All right, class, here's the homework help video for Thursday. The homework help video for Thursday, this is week 3. Okay, so this is saying write an equation in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is for linear functions y equals mx plus b. That's slope-intercept form. And we are going to write lines that are parallel to the line that is given. Parallel lines, if the lines are parallel to each other, that means that they have the same slope. Okay? They're never going to run into each other. They have the same rise over run, same slopes. Okay? If it's perpendicular lines, I'm going to draw a perpendicular one line going this way and one line going this way. They form 4 right angles. Okay? Sorry. They form 4 right angles. They have opposite reciprocal slopes. They have opposite reciprocal slopes. That means that if one of the slopes is 2, then the other slope is going to be a negative 1 over 2. Okay? Remember, the whole number 2 can be written as a fraction in this way. So the opposite of a positive is a negative, and the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. So they're opposite reciprocal slopes. In the same, that if the slope is 1 over 4, then the other slope would be negative 4. Okay? Opposite reciprocal. One's positive, one's negative, because one line is going up, the other line is going down. One has a positive slope, the other has a negative slope. Okay? And an opposite reciprocal so that they could form this right angle that's in the center there. Okay? All right, so let's look at number 1. We're writing a line that's parallel, an equation that's parallel to this line, which means it has the same slope, but it goes through this point. The slope of this line is 1, okay? The number that's in front of x is 1. So the slope is 1. So the slope of the other line has to be 1 as well, okay? So now you just need to figure out what b is so that you can write an equation. So you're going to use the slope-intercept form to find b, y equals mx plus b. You're going to substitute the point that's given, the x and the y that's given, along with the slope into y equals mx plus b, and solve for b. So here, your y is 2, your m is 1, this is multiplication, your x is also 2. So now you're going to solve for b. This is going to be 2 here plus b. To get b by itself, you get rid of the positive 2 by subtracting 2. 2 minus 2 gives you 0. So b for this equation is going to be 0. So the parallel line, the line that's parallel to this line right here, is going to be y is equal to the same slope, 1x, you don't have to put a 1 right here, plus 0. Or you can just write 1x. Okay, this is the equation that's parallel to this. Let's do this one. All right, it's a line that's parallel to x is equal to, remember, x is equal to 0 is x is equal to 0 is a vertical line that's going up and down. It goes through 0. It's actually the y-axis. So x is equal to 0. You find 0 on the x-axis, and you draw a line through 0 on the x-axis. So this is the line right here. So a line that it's parallel to it is also going through the x-axis. It's going to be an undefined slope as well. So since it has to go through 4 and 3, then the equation has to be x is equal to 4, because it has to 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be parallel. So the equation is going to be x is equal to 4. And it goes through 4, 3. You go over 4 and up 1, 2, and 3. See how it goes through? Okay. All right, let's look at perpendicular. Okay, so perpendicular have opposite reciprocal slopes. So let's write an equation that's perpendicular to this line right here. The slope of this line m is equal to 1 over 8. So the slope of this line right here that goes through this point has to be the reciprocal, the opposite reciprocal. So since this is positive, the slope here is going to be a negative. And since it's 1 over 8, this is going to be 8 over 1. Okay, so the slope there is 8. So now we're going to use y equals mx plus b and substitute the x value and the y value along with the m value to find b. So we have y is negative 5 equals m, which is negative 8, times the x, which is 1, plus b. So this gives me negative 5 is equal to a negative 8 plus b. To get b by itself, to get rid of negative 8, you add 8 to both sides. So this is going to be a positive 3. Okay? So b is equal to a positive 3. So we got m and b. So the line that is perpendicular to this line right here and goes through this point is going to be y is equal to negative 8x plus 3. Okay? All right. I hope this helps you, okay? Make sure that you remember parallel lines have the same slope. So whatever the m is in parallel lines, it's going to use the m for the other. They're going to have the same slope. The new line is going to have the same slope. For perpendicular, they have opposite reciprocal slopes. So whatever the slope is, if it's positive, the other slope is going to be negative. If it's negative, the other slope is going to be positive. And then the numerator and the denominator flip, opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay? And then you just find B. All right. Hope you understand and have a good one. Text me if you don't.